Hello, lovely people. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's make delicious, beautiful hamburgers. So, in my bowl, I have 1 kg flour, then I have my sugar, the yeast, salt, powdered milk, um, nutmeg, 1 egg. You can use two if you want. Then I have 120 grams of margarine. After which I'll add 2 cups of water, room temperature water. Alright, and then you can mix with your hand. Alright, just mix and mix and mix and mix again, and just continue to mix. Now, if you have a mixer, you can use that for this process, but this is just 1 kg. I wouldn't want to bother my mixer with 1 kg because it's small, but you can also use your mixer to do 1 kg. But on this day I decided to work out my arms. All right, so you just want to wash your hand properly and mix the way you're seeing me do on the screen. Okay, so at this point you want to bring it out to your clean table. So you wipe your table, sprinkle a little bit of flour, and then you begin to knead. You need to do this part for at least 20 minutes. Okay, if you're going with your mixer, 10 to 15 might be enough, but with your hands you want to do this for 20 minutes. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like after 20 minutes. Okay, so 20 minutes non-stop. All right, so this is what it looks like after 20 minutes. Very soft, very demure, very beautiful. All right, so this is 1 kg, so I divided it into 20 balls. All right, so I'm showing you how I'm molding it here. All right, so you can either use your scale to measure, or you just eyeball it, but make sure you get 20 balls if you want to get the exact size of burgers I got. All right, so I'm just molding this, rolling it to be smooth on my palm, and I'm placing it on my baking tray. All right, there's four. I lined my tray with foil paper, but you don't have to do it with yours. Just grease with oil or margarine. So I'm going to let it rise for a few minutes. So this is after a few minutes, let's say 30 to 40 minutes. You want it to rise, and then I'm going to glaze it with egg. Okay, just egg. All right, it's called egg wash, so I'm egg washing it. After which I'm going to sprinkle with sesame seeds. So these are sesame seeds. You can get it in any supermarket store. So I'm going to bake this for about 15 to 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it because it burns quickly. So guys, this is what it looks like after 20 minutes of baking. All right, this is what it looks like. It looks very beautiful. So you need to monitor this in case your oven heat is too high. You need to just keep an eye on it. And now we'll get to the fillings. So this is 1 kg of minced meat. I'm going to season it with knorr cubes, thyme, curry, dry pepper, garlic and ginger powder, and parsley flakes. Okay, the parsley flakes is very optional. And then I also use salt. So one thing you have to understand about seasoning this meat is that there won't be any water in it, there won't be any meat stock. Okay, so whatever seasoning you put in it will be there. So do not over season, because you won't be able to reduce it. When you're cooking meat and it's too salty, you say you want to add water. This one, there's nothing to add. You can't add any liquid. So you just season little at a time. When you add and you feel you need to add more, you add more, but just at first, just go little at a time. All right. All right, so I've added all the seasonings you're seeing on the screen: the garlic, ginger, parsley, dry pepper, curry, thyme. Now I'm adding the nut cubes. I used two. Okay. After mixing for a while, I noticed it wasn't as tasty as I wanted, so I added a bit more. So here I've added grated, you can use grated or sliced onions, and here I'm adding 2 tablespoons of flour. The flour is going to help bind everything together so it doesn't scatter while frying. Then I added about a tablespoon of oil. So you want to wash your hands properly and begin to mix this one. You can wear a glove if you want for this process, but I prefer to wash my hands very well. Okay, you can use a glove, and please don't question why I did not use a glove. This is just my choice. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit of salt. All right, I tasted it and it did not taste as good as I wanted, so I'm just adding a bit more seasoning to it. I'll show you how I tasted it. All right, so you just mix and continue to taste until you until you're sure you've gotten it exactly the way you want it to be. All right, so this is me just trying to taste. So what I do for tasting is that I fry a very tiny part of it. Just this is me frying just a very small portion to taste. All right, so here I'm going to show you how I mold it. Remember, these ones are homemade ones. There are other professional ways of doing this, but just in case you want to do this in your house and you don't have all those equipment, this is how I mold my meat. That flour we added is going to help it stay together and not scatter while frying. Do you get? So this is how I mold mine. Okay, so you want to just clean your surface, your table, or wherever you're using. You can use a chopping board for this if you don't have a clean surface, and just put a little bit of oil on the table or whatever surface you're using and just mold it. So make sure you spread as thin as possible, because once you start frying, it's going to shrink and come together and become a bit more puffy. All right, so this is how I put it in the pan. I just lift up and place on the frying pan. So this is me frying it with just very little oil. Okay, you want to do like 4 minutes on each side, or at least until you start seeing it brown like this. You start seeing some brown parts like this. It fries quite fast because it's minced meat, it fries quickly. So this one here is done and our meat is ready. So on to the next one. So here this is bama I'm adding in the plate. I'm trying to make the sauce for the burger. So I'm going to give you the list and measurements in the description box. So I'm adding a little bit of ketchup. Yes, ketchup, and this one is sweet chili sauce. Okay, you cannot miss this process. That's what really gives it that very nice creamy taste. Okay, if you've tasted my burger, this is what makes it special. All right, so you want to mix bama, ketchup, and sweet chili sauce. If you use any other mayonnaise, I don't know the taste it will give you. Bama is just the one I use and it's really nice. So this is now the cream for the coleslaw. The coleslaw you see in the background is just cabbage and carrots. So I'm using bama again and condensed milk. Bama and condensed milk. All right, just bama and condensed milk. I'll give you the measurements below. So this one is the cream for the coleslaw, the salad in the background. All right, so I didn't have enough, so I added a bit more mayonnaise, but only bama and sweet chili sauce is enough. But I needed more, like, the quantity I was making was plenty, so I needed to add more. That's why I added the mayonnaise and a bit more condensed milk. All right, so mix, and then I'm going to add it into this already chopped cabbage and grated carrots. That's just what's in this bowl, just cabbage and carrots. All right, so I'm mixing this together. You want it to just be very, very creamy. All right, you want it really creamy, so if it's not enough, you add more. Okay, so this was really, really, really nice. All right, now that we're done with that, I will set it aside, and this is everything we need for the burger. This is all we're going to be using. So we have our burger bread that we made. This is lettuce, this is the coleslaw, this is the cream, cucumber and tomatoes, and then the meat we fried. So let us put this together. All right, so first of all, on the bread I sliced it into two, and then I'm rubbing that cream first, after which I'm going to place lettuce, and on the lettuce I'm adding the coleslaw. All right, I'm adding the coleslaw now, and on top of that I'll be adding the meat, and on the meat I'll add the cream as well. This is very important. The cream has to go on the meat, and then I'm adding the tomatoes. I'll be adding 2 slices here, and on that I will be adding the cucumber, and then I will top it off with the cover. All right, see how beautiful that is, and I bet you it was yummy as well. And then I'm going to hold it all together with this skewer I got from Temu. All right, so this is what it looks like, our beautiful delicious Blisses burger. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please click on the like button if you enjoyed this video, and please give me subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Just click on the subscribe button, okay, and give me a thumbs up and leave a nice comment. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.